Alright, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's play Crash Bandicoot 3, Part 2. We are now going to begin level 5 after I show this off really quickly. So this is the pause screen. You can see here it shows you how many crystals you have, how many powers you have, which we will talk about later. The gems, you can see the 5 color gems there, and then how many gems are in the game, and then the relics, how many relics you have. And the music is set at 75, so I'll just go ahead and turn it back up to 100. It starts out as default 75. And so we'll talk. Well, now we'll go into making waves. Coco's second level and the first jet ski riding level in the series. This is similar to the jet or the surfboard levels. You know. Well, no, it isn't. It's nothing like the surfboard levels, except because this time you're in the. I believe I heard. Well, you can see pirate ships everywhere, so it's around the time of these style pirate ships. I believe in the. I don't remember which era this is supposed to be in, but. Anyway, you can see the waves here do kind of they will mess with you. The way you get onto those ramps, you saw boxes on those ramps. The pirate boats there will hurt you if you hit them. The bombs will hurt you if you hit them. You can break yourself by pushing back on the stick. That will actually make you come to a complete stop. If you can hit one of these pirate ships while above a ramp, you will gain a life. It's always useful. You can do a quick turn by pushing back on the stick or the directional buttons and then turning, which will make you turn a lot sharper. And you can also do tricks on the ramps, but you won't gain anything from them, and you'll actually end up more often than not missing a few boxes, especially as you go on and there's more level designs like this. You can do backflips and like a barrel roll almost to the left and to the right. I'll show you the left, the left barrel roll, the right barrel roll, and well, let's try to do the backflip. There's one more ramp I can show off the backflip here. Well, this one you want to make sure you don't want to do any tricks on, because to get all of those boxes in one go, you have to make sure that you don't do any tricks, because the tricks do kind of slow you down. And there you go. That's a backflip right onto a pirate boat. That's actually pretty good. And there you go. This is the easiest level. Designed like this, as we go along, they will just continue to get harder and more annoying. And so I'm happy that one's at least easy. But anyway, so. Now we will go into the boss fight. The boss fights are different because in every single boss fight except for the fourth one, you can actually take a mask in with you. This is also Tiny's first time talking as well, but you can take any number of masks into a boss fight with you, and you can also bring them back out as long as you didn't lose them. So if you lose them, say I get hit with Tiny, I come in here with 2 masks, I get hit by Tiny, then I come in here with 1. I come in with 2, I leave with 1. I won't be able to, I will only leave with 1. But you can see this is supposed to be in the Roman era, Roman Colosseum. What Tiny will do, he will jump around similar to what he would do in Crash 2, except once you hit him, he will actually unleash a bunch of lions out at you. And the times he will jump will increase. The first time he'll jump 5 times, the second time he'll jump 6, and then the third time he'll jump 7. And as you go along the lions, the amount of lions that he will throw out will actually increase. And so something that's actually a really good thing to do is to slide spin into them. That will increase your chance of not getting hit by them. And you can hit him anywhere. You can lead him anywhere you want to, and you can jump around on him. You can see Cortex's head up there will actually follow you around. He'll actually be watching you, but he won't offer any resistance past this. Alright, so for a more powerful body slam, press X button to jump, and then press square button as the top of the jump. And you still get the body slam anyway. You have all of your moves that you had in Crash 2.
Well done, children. By defeating Tiny, you have unlocked the gate to the next time travel area. Go back to the center of this time twister and save your progress if you wish. From there, you will see that the gate to the second time travel area is now open.
Alright, you know, your duck, your crawl, your slide, body slam, jump, slide jump, crouch jump, you know, all that. You have that, but then as you go along to defeat the boss, you can gain more moves. You can see the blast radius for the belly flop will actually go reach out wider, as well as the it's the only way to destroy metal crates. The belly flop, or the supercharged body slam, is the only way to destroy the metal crates in this game. And you only see the metal crates after you defeat Tiny in the other warp rooms. So that just kind of tells you you have to beat the you have to get the supercharged body slam to get this.
Why might you continue to be a thorn in our side? What? Where was I? Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
And if you remember from Crash 2, Brio was actually the one that I guess made Tiny, and so Cortex wasn't the one that made Tiny. It was actually Brio, but for whatever reason he ended up joining Cortex after the events of Crash 2. You see more of these metal crates here. Shouldn't have a problem with them because you do have the supercharged body slam. It'll actually make it a lot easier to destroy the metal crates, and then you won't have accidents like, or I guess bugs or glitches like in Ruination for level 19 in Crash 2. And you can see the mask on your face works the exact same as it has in the previous two games. You run faster. All your movement speed is increased while you have the mask on your face. It protects you from everything except for falling down holes. The life system still works the same. You gain if you get 100 pieces of one per fruit, you can gain a life. The life cap is still 99 lives, however. So if you're good at collecting lives like me, then you may want to not get so many. But to me, lives don't really matter at a certain point. I just like to see how many lives I can get as quickly as I can. But anyway, so sometimes you will, while with the mask, you will actually mess up and miss a piece of one fruit. If you care about it, you may want to go back for it, but, if you don't, it really doesn't matter. Now, this is something cool. If you can get the... Come on, okay, I guess if the frog would have been closer to that nitro, you can actually get the frog to jump onto it, because the frog will follow you as it's jumping around on its line. It will actually follow you, and as you're running to the left while you're flying on the bonus round platform, it will actually follow you, and you can get it to blow itself up on the nitro, which is pretty cool. Now, with these striped bouncy crates, what those will do. Now, and this is the puzzle here really quickly. All you have to do is just jump onto the box and below before hitting these metal crates, because once you hit the metal crates, you will not be able to get the box anymore, and you'll have to come back into the level. And this is actually one of the levels where you can gain quite a bit of one per fruit. Gain 132 here. But let me see if I can get him to do it again. Just have to run. Not sure if you can. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Not really worth it time-wise, but it's just something cool if you can do it while you're heading into the bonus round. These guys are easy to dodge. You can actually jump on their head and gain a combo to gain some fruit if you want to. They're not hard at all to hit. And there you go, 100 boxes for this level. Not the most in the series, but one of the most in this game. Well, no, not even one of the most. It's actually one of pretty average to on the low side for boxes in this game. But anyway, so we'll go to Hang 'em High. This is supposed to be set in the Middle East in some early time. I'm not sure. I don't remember the exact date of time. Again, is here as well, but you can see lab assistants with swords, as well as we go along here. What fans have, and I believe even Naughty Dog called Aladdin. Scorpions that will, if they hit you, they will, and they actually have kind of a weird hitbox, because they will actually hit you before they even get close to you, so you have to be very careful while being around them. The monkeys actually will take 2 hits while you're, if you don't have a mask on your face, because what they will do is, usually if you notice they're carrying the barrels, and you want to go after that box immediately. Any slot box you see, you want to go after it immediately without messing around, without waiting, because if you can start to hear it, that means that the slot is counting down and you don't have much time, so you have to go to it immediately. But the monkeys will, when you spin into it or slide into it or whatever you do, you will knock the barrels off onto its head. And I want to go after this. Well, that's not trying to go after the life, but then once you smack the top barrel onto its head, you will then have to wait for the you'll then have to wait. You'll have to spin it again or hit it again to be able to kill it. But anyway, if you notice the puzzle there, all the slot boxes and the slot box at the end that had the TNT on it, you have to obviously make sure that you hit the TNT so that you can activate the metal crates underneath it, underneath the row of metal boxes. You will not be able to get it otherwise. You'll have to use the TNT, and you can see here what the monkey does. And you can actually make it hit the Aladdin to gain a combo there as well. And if you look back here, you can actually see the yellow gem. Oh crap! Yeah, there it is. See the yellow gem over here, which means obviously you already saw that the yellow gem was the color gem for here, but we won't be able to get it till later on in the game, sadly. Actually, quite a bit later in the game. But anyway, so, and not too difficult. It's a good starting level for this level design, but of course, there are harder levels as we go along. But it's definitely not one of the easiest first levels for a new level design. But anyway, so. Now we will go on to Hog Ride, the second riding style level, and this is Crash's riding level. But it's a race where you have to race the other lab assistants in these cars in, I believe this is supposed to be in the 1960s or 70s. Could possibly be 50s. I don't remember exactly. When it is, but you hit the X button for the gas. If you let off of it, you will slow down. Square is brake. The directional buttons, or the left analog stick, left and right, is your movement. You are actually a little bit faster than the cars in a straight line, but you have to worry about the boxes if you try to go for the win and the box gym at the same time. It is not actually suggested, but it is not that hard to do, the speed boost pad, or the boost pads here, will allow you to keep your wheelie for quite a while. You don't want to get caught on a cop car. Yeah, that's exactly what you did not want to do, and I didn't mean to do. I thought I could get in between that car and the guy in first in the cop car, but I guess I moved a little bit too far to the left, thinking that I wasn't going to be able to fit through it. But if you get caught in the cop cars, that's what will happen. It'll slow you down tremendously. If you run into the back of one of the guys, it won't slow you down that much, but it will slow you down significantly, so you do definitely want to be very careful about that. But now that you have the box gym, this will be very easy. You shouldn't have to worry about it at all. You can go after the boxes. Of course, you may not want to, like some of the ones on the ramps. The ramps do slow you down quite a bit, so you have to be very careful of which boxes you actually do hit if you're not worried about it. If you do miss any boxes, however, though, you will not be able to get them, so you do have to be very careful about missing boxes. And you can actually hold the wheelie for as long as you want to, but turning, you have to be careful because you have to turn a little bit sooner than you would normally. Just like some of these tighter turns while going through here. And for these really tight turns, you may just want to let off the gas or tap the brakes just to, get put back down, just to be able to make it. Because if you run off in the into the ditch, that will slow you down. If you run out into the sand, that will actually stop you, and then it will warp you back onto the track, but you'll lose quite a bit of time, so you have to be very careful. If you noticed, you've seen signs for Cortex. Cortex is a sheriff, a mayor. Engine has a gas station, and this new enemy here, Dingo, has a diner that you can see. I guess I'll go ahead and do this Egyptian level, which takes a lot of its themes from the Ruin levels in Crash 2.
Good day, mates. Dingo dials the name, and Uka Uka and Cortex gave me orders to bring the crystals to them during the Ice Ages. So give me the goods and shove off, or I'll roast yous.
Alright, so that's Dingo, and you've seen Dingo's Diner. That's he owns those diners around there. Cortex pretty much owns everything, every time era, so you'll see different things. You can see him as a Sphinx there. You'll see the inn, his logo printed on different things. As you go along, Cortex is a mayor for that town, the sheriff. There's even a billboard that says "Speeding Enforced" by Sheriff Cortex, so just kind of plays onto I guess his evil side or whatever. The oil acts exactly like the ice does, so you definitely want to be very careful. The ruins here, the red beetles will fall out from under you immediately. I mean, you could just like rub your hand on them and they'll fall. So you have to be very, very, very careful while jumping on them. You obviously you can avoid them pretty easily, and that is actually suggested that you avoid them at all. If you don't have to get on them, just avoid them. Alright, so this is the puzzle here. All you have to do is just crouch jump, fall over. It will destroy the other box, but the Wumpa Fruit will be just fine. And if you notice, I've missed some of these striped crates before. They will, similar to like Crash 1 and 2, if you jumped on them even once and then you stop jumping on them and then come back onto them, usually you would only get about 8 pieces of Wumpa Fruit, maybe 7. Well, in this game you still get I think you have to stay off of them for quite a long time before they don't give you any fruit, which is always useful. Now you can see these monkeys here, they will give you 10 pieces of Wumpa Fruit if you want to jump on them, and they pretty much just like jumping on the striped crates from Crash 1 and 2. You have to hit the jump button every time on them, though, to be able to get the Wumpa Fruit out of them. The lab assistants that try to crush you with those stone blocks, the blocks will push you, if you don't jump over them, they will push you off into the holes in which they are leaving the oil fields from, so you have to be very careful about those. You can see here a fork in the road. That is a purple gym path. You have to have the purple gym to be able to get to it, so we'll have to come back here once we do the purple gym. But I'll just continue on through here. You don't actually have to go after this mask. I just do it anyway, just because it helps getting through. It helps going through this section. It makes it a little bit quicker. The lights that you've noticed that I've slid underneath, those will actually shoot knives at you, or darts. I think they're both knives and darts. I'm not 100% sure exactly what they are. For sure. I've heard them called both things. All you have to do to get these boxes, you don't have to get these boxes now because you can't get all the boxes. You have to come back here for the purple gem to get both the hidden gem and the box gem. So the mask that I had to leap that gap for, you don't need. You can even see Neo with the snakes there. But these green platforms. But you don't need to kill yourself going after any box. The mask box that I leaped over the 2 boxes on the ceiling because you still have quite a few boxes to go. And they are all along the purple gym path. So as I said, we do have to come back here, but it's up to you. I can get them pretty easily, and it doesn't take too much time to get to. So that's why I do it. But anyways, so now I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I'll talk about the trivia and everything for the level, like I usually do. So we'll start with making waves. Making waves is the 5th level in Crash Bandicoot 3. This level takes place during the old days of pirates. Trivia: after fully completing the game, you can see Fake Crash in this stage, a trait that shares Toad Village and Hog Ride. Watch for him on the right edge of the route, dancing on an island near the end of the level. Something that I'll show off in there. 37 boxes, 1 crystal, or a crystal and 1 gem clear. It doesn't say the enemies and all that, so I do apologize for not being able to talk about the enemies. This section, for this game, it doesn't have a lot about the levels. You can see there, Crash is tied up with the rope. All I have to do is just back the video up a little bit to actually see how we got like that. G-Wiz is the 6th level in... Oh, I guess I forgot about the tiny boss, but I'll go and talk about this real quick. G-Wiz is the 6th level in Crash Bandicoot 3. Quite similar to Toad Village, the opening level of the previous Warp Room Pavilion Hall. This level once again sees Crash embarked on a path through a generic medieval level toward the gates of a generic medieval castle. In addition to the enemies on Toad Village, Crash will encounter a new enemy, lab-assistant wizards who shoot orbs of power at Crash. 100 boxes in the level, 18 in the bonus, 1 crystal, 1 gem. Trivia: G-Wiz is the only level playable in Crash 3's demo, including the demo 1 disc for PlayStation 1. Alright, so I'll talk about the tiny boss fight now. Find it. Of course, I wouldn't be able to find them. The right information for the boss fights is what I'm actually looking for, and I can't seem to find them. That stinks. Alright, I have an idea though, what I can do. Let's see here really quickly. And you can see Crash from a different angle there, using his the yo-yo. Alright, so what I'm gonna do. Alright, This boss fight is held in a coliseum in Rome. Tiny is the first boss and has 3 hit points. In addition, Dr. Cortex is watching the fight. It begins with Cortex waving to the crowd of Roman lab assistants, and the camera pulls over to Tiny, who is chained between poles. Tiny roars, cracks the poles, and frees himself. He then sees Crash, grabs a trident, and the fight begins as in Crash 2. He jumps after Crash 5 times and tries to stab him. However, if Crash dodges his attack, the trident becomes stuck on the ground, leaving Tiny open for a strike. When Crash attacks Tiny, he jumps onto a platform, and many lions come out of the dungeons below him in a straight line, jump them or spin them to get past them. The pattern is repeated 2 more times. The only difference being that the amount of times he jumps after Crash increases by 1 time he is attacked. The amount of time it takes him to free his weapon from the ground, and the number of lions he summons. When defeated, the power supercharged body slam is awarded to the player. Next, Aku informs the player that the gate to the second warp room is open. Alright, so now I'll go to the different stuff for the levels, the other levels that I did, Hang 'em High, Hog Ride, and the other level, the Egyptian level. Alright, Hang 'em High. Hang 'em High is the 7th level in Crash Bandicoot 3. An alternate entrance to the level is alternately designated as a level later in the game. It is a stage taking place on the rooftops of an old-timey Saudi Arabian city reminiscent of the Arabian Nights. Its landscape is strewn with personality, free-floating magic carpets, pleasantly bouncy awnings, and overhead grating that Crash can climb around on. As if this were some sort of sewer, it would be a relative challenge for this early in the game, even without Cortex's League of Minions. Enemy units deployed to the Middle East include pot-carrying monkeys, ceiling-hanging scorpions, lab assistants on flying carpets, or patrolling the rooftops and attacking aggressively with a sword. After collecting, okay, that's for later on in the game. 96 boxes, 20 in the bonus round, 1 crystal, 2 gems, clear and yellow. Trivia: Hang 'em High may be a reference to the 1968 Western film of the same name starring Clint Eastwood. It's possible to get a platinum relic on this level without the Crash Dash, since most of this level is spent bouncing on awnings and climbing on gratings. Crash Dash doesn't actually make that big of a difference. I would beg to disagree, but anyway. So we'll go to Hog Ride next. Hog Ride is the 8th level in Crash Bandicoot 3, the first of 4 motorcycle stages in the game. It sees Crash racing against Cortex's lab assistant minions on a 1950s era highway somewhere in the glamorous Southwest America. The fabulous trophy for finishing first place ahead of Crash's 6 hot rodding foes is a pretty crystal. Though to succeed, the player will have to stay on the road and successfully navigate around parked cop cars, construction barricades, and bottomless pits. It is vital, especially in attempts for the finer end-game relics offered in this stage, to utilize the few turbo pads sprinkled along the route and to maintain the turbocharged wheelie for as long as possible. Trivia: after completing the game, Fake Crash can be spotted on the left side of the road doing his mediocre version of Crash's Own Dance, but only in the European version of the game. All 4 motorbike levels take place at a different time of the day: midday for this stage, sunset for Orange Asphalt, late night for Road Crash, and overnight for Area 51. This level's name could be referenced to the level Hog Wild from the original Crash Bandicoot. Alright, so we'll do Tomb Time. Tomb Time is the 9th level in Crash Bandicoot 3. Crash is warped back to ancient Egypt in this level. This level introduces players to common elements in the Egyptian level, such as slippery floors and switches to open doors. There's a secret path that is normally accessed with the purple gem that I'll talk about once I do that section. Trivia: 2 bonus extra lives can be found on each side of the Cortex Sphinx head at the start of the level using the bazooka, which is an item that we will get later on. 95 boxes, 19 bonus, 19 on the purple gem route, 1 crystal, 2 clear gems. Yeah, and again, not that much trivia and all that, but anyways, thanks for watching. The challenge of this video is how many blocks did was dropped in the entire tomb time level? You know, the lava since it would pull the lever and would make blocks drop. How many blocks dropped while I was in that level? Thanks for watching. Next time I'll do level 10, the boss for this warp room, and then I'll try to do levels 11, 12, and possibly 13. So until then, later everyone.